What's up? This is Logan, back in another episode of We Don't Agree, and this is our co-host for today.
Hello, I'm Isaiah. It's good to be here. I'm excited to debate for this afternoon, see where the episode takes us.
Yes, today's to be Magic versus Kareem. I'm on the third best player of all time side, Kareem, and you'd be on Magic's side. Is there anything...
the real third best player.
Is there a starting point that you just believe
that makes Magic?
Yeah,
better
is there? Yeah, there's something that absolutely.
I think that what Kareem brings to a team is scoring, but I think the mentality and the versatility of Magic is not to be underestimated. I think the fact that he can kind of play multiple roles, he's tall, he can guard, he can go post up, he can get in and he can get out. And I think that's great. I think it's greatness.
Yeah, you kind of have to look at it as arguably it's the best passer or it's arguably the best scorer. Mm-hmm. It's which one is better. Which, hey, if we're talking about point guard, first of all, passing, I've seen Steph Curry on a podcast say that he's better than Magic. That's all I'm saying.
That's another episode.
That's another episode, best point guard ever. I'm just saying, starting with that, a GOAT himself thinks that he's better than Magic. Obviously, I think he had, if we're talking about a rookie playoff run, he's had the best ever. You can't ask for him stepping up and replacing Kareem as center. That's one of the toughest things. Makes me think, why didn't he just play center? Why did he?
Because he's got Magic.
He could have been early Nikola Jokic. That could have been him.
But he had Kareem. He's not. He doesn't hog the spotlight. That's Magic. He's pulling the strings.
He is. He's just happy to play out there.
He's happy to be there and share the ball, spread the love.
Spread the love, and Kareem's just give me the ball.
Put it in.
Yeah, just go back.
Literally. I feel that is what is different. Is Kareem is from a different era. But I think Magic helped pull him. And I think Magic extended his greatness further than it would have been if he had kind of just been alone in L.A. So
I think that's a good point.
I think Kareem is staying in L.A. Without Magic. He would stay in L.A. until they lost, another championship after going back to they'd make it to the finals, they'd lose to Dr. J or something. Yeah,
especially if he gets injured how he did.
Yeah. And then but with Magic's able to kind of change Kareem's game and make him give him more opportunities to score, which he can do. And then, let him, enter a new era after, kind of being stuck in between the Russell and the 80s. He kind of got stuck in between the end of a dynasty and the beginning of his ascension. I think Magic helped kind of remake him, reborn.
Yeah,
reborn.
He went because we were talking about it before. He would probably have requested to get out of the Lakers just like he did the Bucks. But I think it goes both ways. Is Magic going to win a championship if he doesn't have Kareem his first year? Even if he steps up how he did. I just don't think it's possible.
That's fair.
Especially when you look at how good Kareem did his first, did he play the first 5 games and then got injured?
Yeah, he went through the final game of the finals. He got pretty far in, and then I think it was his ankle, or he had a eye injury. I can't remember. At some point that happens. Where he just was I can't. I'm done.
Yeah, he's I gotta stop. Yeah. So
I think it was his foot because I think he came down on it funny, and then Magic. There's stories where Magic's on the plane to the next game. He's sits in his chair or whatever.
Yeah, he sits in his chair. He basically tells everyone, "Look, if we're talking about the aura, I can't. That is the most. He's don't worry. He literally told everyone, I got this. Don't even because the mood was horrible after that, and then to have something like that, that's." In my opinion, that might be Magic's greatest moment. As a rookie,
I think there's some highlights to his comeback. After the scandal. After his.
But he only played 1 year, right?
Yeah, but when he comes back for the All-Star game after he's said he's quitting, and he's you know what, I'll play one more, and then Michael Jordan hugs him, Larry Bird hugs him, and it's this is a disease, and it's spreading awareness. It's we are growing as a side.
Yeah, man.
And then he plays some good basketball.
He did play good basketball.
I think.
Well, because the only reason he stopped is because he thought he was going to die.
Yeah, like obviously you're going to be like, yeah, I think I have better things to do right now.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. He kind of got chunky. But hey, he still came back. I respect him for coming back.
Yeah.
Beating HIV. So.
Well, let's get into our first question. Who truly led the Lakers in their time with the Lakers?
And the whole so let's talk about the first 2 or 3 seasons. You think Magic is immediately taking over rings? No. Kareem's already been there. He already established himself. They didn't win, but it's not like he wasn't averaging over 30 points a game with the Lakers. It's just that they literally didn't have a great squad around him.
Yeah.
You know. But when we get to later, I have to concede, easily Magic, especially after especially after they won against the Celtics. I think they lost them first and then won.
Oh, let me see if I remember. I believe their first matchup was after. I think they beat them first year, and then they played the Rockets. I think the Sixers. They played the Sixers.
Yeah, they played the Sixers.
Because it was Dr. J, and he was
the first 2 finals. They played the Sixers.
The Sixers beat the Celtics because Dr. J is a beast.
Yeah, I can't. Dr. J is underrated. Yeah,
he's a little bit of a.
Some of those cradle dunks. Dude, are we playing? Nah, they don't do that. They're not doing that today. That stuff.
He invented that move where you go below the backboard and hook it up around. You go up like this and you do this.
Yeah, that's
off the glass. Oh, it's
tough.
But yeah, so I think Celtics got eliminated. The fraudulent MVP got eliminated by Dr. J in his first playoff run. The fraudulent newcomer.
Okay.
And then, Magic after Kareem got out. Kareem was still averaging 30, but Magic, steps up. And I think, I can agree that he's Cap. He's captain.
The captain.
He's the captain of the. So obviously he was established as a player long before Magic got there. We know 3 championships in college, and then one with the Bucks, and then he came to LA. But he leads because he's so dominant, and I think leading is when you define leading that way is he leads in points, but then there's a leading in mental and it's the spirit of the team, and I think that Kareem needed to open up because I think growing up he kind of isolates himself and kind of keeps himself. That's what this guy.
Yeah, there's a funny story. Charles Barkley was at an All-Star game, trying to talk to him. He's just in the corner reading a book. Yeah, when you got all the other All-Star best basketball players in the planet, and you're reading a book in the corner.
There's no way. I don't think he would ever have opened up without Magic being there to kind of force him outside of whatever he was kind of. Because he was always alone. On the Bucks. Could you name
I couldn't. No.
Any other Bucks player?
It's really just him. It felt like.
And then he went to the Lakers because the Bucks.
I just don't think he ever. You're right. I think he never had that mentality to rely on someone else to get him the points. I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna let the points. I'm gonna let my work do the talking basically.
I think that Magic opened up a lane for him to kind of share burden, share responsibility, because Magic could get him to it. Kareem can get to a spot, but the ball, his teammates can't get him the ball because he'd have to do so much more work to kind of get it, and then he's got it. But Magic would just throw it where he's gonna be, and it's there. It's just it's automatic. I think that's what's so fascinating. I think that's why definitely later on when Kareem he was 30, 39.
Yeah, 40. he was already
old,
really late 30s
when he got there. So it's I think Magic breathed new life into Kareem, and I think that's what makes him such a great player, is that he elevated Kareem, and even Spencer Haywood, people like Spencer Haywood, I'm okay, that guy's at the end of his rope too, but Kareem had pulled some strings to get him there, and I think Magic made him good too. They all just kind of.
It's undeniable that in terms of a leader on the court, Magic, he's probably the best. Yeah. In terms of that, and. So I think definitely past their second championship, you can't really deny Magic. Yeah, I feel like that's just a skill, being a leader like that on the court.
Yeah, I think once him and Bird came into their own, it's like it's hard to imagine any other rivalry that has come like close to that. The closeness in how their skills, the similarity of how they play, and like how dominant each of them were is just like unmatched. You know, I can't really think.
I can't think of another like in terms of them going against each other. Like I guess no, I mean no one's that close.
Like, yeah, there are
like,
rivalries, but there's like they're different positions.
Rivals in college, then going to the NBA, competing as rookies together.
It's like,
Larry Bird etched the Rookie of the Year away from Magic.
It's fraudulent.
Which I saw like. It might have been like a year ago, but like Magic was just like pissed off about that. He's like, "This should not have gone to the It was a problem." Like,
the voting was not close at all either.
No, I think Magic out of like 66 votes only got like 4 or something.
Yeah, he got not even half. Like it was a blowout. But if we're gonna analyze the political state of the NBA at that time, I think there's a reason Larry Bird won MVP.
I guess if we're talking about what year was that?
It's 78.
Okay, then maybe there's probably a point there.
78, 79, and then 80 was when they started the new era had begun, like officially.
Yeah.
I think he was drafted in 78 or 79. And, there were some prejudices around.
Yeah, there might have been. So that one I can't use as a huge example myself. Yeah, they're like, finally a white guy in the NBA. Thank God.
But hey, I don't.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Magic definitely. I'll say he's more of a leader if we're talking about their entire.
All right, let's get into the next question. Who is the more complete player?
Complete. Okay, this is when I think about complete. I'm saying put them in any team, any system, and can they? Like in my opinion, the most complete player in the planet is ever is LeBron. But like, just because you place him in any system, I think he can play better. But if I'm thinking about that, I honestly would have to probably say Magic. If I'm being honest, and that is not saying Kareem's not going to fit in a lot of different systems, but like the fact that Magic really can, like he's that tall as a point guard, it opens up a lot of different opportunities.
Yeah, he can play different positions.
And also you got to think about like what peak are we talking about? Because like I think Magic was a horrible 3-point shooter, but like then
he threw him up though.
He'd chuck him, but he was horrible at it. But at some I feel like then he got finally a good better at like catching, shooting, and all that. So like he's more adaptable. I think when you think about that.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was like I don't know his desperation to get the ball places. I think that let's give Kareem some credit.
Go ahead. Yeah,
he does have an overall better stat. Like he has more points, blocks, blah, blah.
Rebounds. And when he started, they weren't even count. Like when Kareem started, they weren't steals and blocks weren't a thing yet. Like they didn't even count that. And he has triple what Magic has anyways.
He averaged 4 or 5, and then Magic didn't even average 1. Maybe
yes, I mean okay, defensive wise, I think Kareem is a different level. But I mean he's one of the best defensive players ever. So Magic wasn't bad, but Kareem was just absolutely elite on the defensive end.
I think Kareem is definitely what is the word? He's defining. He defines the play, the way that you play the game. He is kind of the player you have to adapt to, but that's just because he's so dominant that you can't really put him somewhere and not have to be okay, well we need.
Yeah, you have to change to him.
We need a player.
I mean, he's that good.
Yeah, player that. You need a player that can. A player that can get him the ball. If
only there was someone, the greatest passer ever.
I mean, I guess he'd have to be pretty great. But I think that I would agree that Magic you can kind of put him places. I think that's why his games is on the All-Star or at the Olympics are so amazing because it's this is a completely different team. Kareem's not there because I think Kareem had retired because this is when he came back and Jordan was in. So he kind of went and played with Larry again. And it's he really could play in any team. And it's the thing that he brings is just getting people the ball. So as long as he has other people to give the ball to, he's dominating in that way where it's you can guard him, but then you either have to choose between guarding him or guarding every other player so that he doesn't give them the ball while you're distracted by his
in the most ridiculous ways.
Behind the back, he do a little skips and he's jumping between the leg behind the back. Oh, it's
he's
Them highlight reels.
Those highlight, yeah, it's insane.
We've definitely done many of like slacking. I've been watching them on my computer, and I'm like, whoa. And I'll be in class, and I'm like, dang, I wish I could have done that.
All right, we'll get into our next question. What do you think is better overall, scoring or assists? You know, obviously Kareem, better scorer, Magic, better at assists. What's more important to the game?
I think scoring. I think this guy, look, and this is a big reason. Obviously, I think scoring is the way you win the game. Assists, you're relying on teammates, but let's go more like it's like your tie game. You have 3 seconds left. You need someone to get the ball and get a bucket. You're giving it to Kareem so he can do a sky hook, and if he misses, he misses. It's not, but it's unguardable. Like as long as he gets in his position, he's gonna throw it up, and he's most likely gonna make it. So that's why I think in clutch situations, points just matter. Like being able to score the ball matters more.
Yeah. See, it's definitely hard because like when I think about assists, these are assists that are counted because they led to points being made. So like when you count the assist, you count the point with it. So it's like not only was he averaging like 20 plus a game, he was averaging 15 more points with other like players. I think that, yes, of course, at 3 seconds you're going to give Kareem the ball, but like those 45 minutes before that, Magic was giving everybody else the ball, and they were scoring as well. You know, and like who's going to get him the ball because Kareem can't like inbound to himself. I think overall points are definitely what win a game, but I think if you can get the ball to more people, there's more opportunities for shots to be made, which increases scoring. So I feel like they're very connected.
They are connected. Yeah. But you look at the top 10 best players of all time. Yeah. You know, a lot of people, number one, whatever. Let's say Jordan, the greatest scorer of all time.
Yeah.
Number 2, LeBron. I feel like that's one where you can say he's a really great passer, but also a really great scorer. So you can't. Then you got like Tim Duncan. That guy is mainly scoring. Yeah. You know, Kareem. Mainly scoring. The Magic's in there, so like you got to pass the guy. But like you look at all the top 10, and it's mainly people who are going to score the basketball.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or at least that's like their number. That's like their strong suit,
yeah.
Right? So that's just another reason why I think. But I do get what you're saying, and I think like another underrated aspect is that like people wanted to they love playing with Magic, like because of the way they're just getting free points.
They
like
just stick their arm
he's doing all the work. He's just giving them open baskets. So yeah, I can definitely see that. But I think points, yeah.
I think it's just the easier stat to track. I think assists. It's hard to call assists because
like some assists are more valuable than other assists, right? So
sometimes you pass the guy a ball and it's been like 5 seconds and they shoot and they're like, oh, that counts.
Yeah, like maybe they made a really tough shot. All you did was just pass them to it, But sometimes you literally draw on another guy, then behind the back pass. Yeah, this guy's getting a wide open layup because of you.
Yeah.
So
because you pushed all of the defenders to the cup, and you're like, no, you're done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So there's definitely one.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into our next question. Who did better on their own?
Magic win a championship without Kareem?
No.
Even before. Look, I think this one's easily Kareem.
I think
because he went. I think he won like 3 or 4 MVPs without him. He obviously brought the Bucks their championship, and then he didn't have much success to the championship, but they were getting deep in the playoffs, either losing in the finals or like.
Well, that's because you had like
conference finals.
You had like Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, he's going against like the old school goats.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
the people that are still like 6'10". So they're other giants. I feel like that was what defined that early.
Just the centers. Like you have to be this tall, to come in. So. And not to mention the fact that he started scoring like 30 points over and over and over for back then. Like I've seen because it's obviously not. There's like point inflation and everything. So like I've seen like people that boost his numbers to like what it would look like. It was just not super accurate, but it's like over 40 something points a game if you like take into account how points have inflated and everything. So I think all of that.
It's fair.
You gotta say Kareem did better by himself.
I think a lot of it is because Magic got robbed of his prime solo years because of his diagnosis.
Right. I mean, it happened right when he turned 31 or something.
I think he would have been able to go with Larry for another 5 years at least, and I think
of really good basketball.
Of they're right after their prime. They're still very good, but I think even Larry when he was on his own didn't win many championships after Magic had gone, because not enough to beat their record against each other, because I think Magic had 4 and he had 3 because whatever. And then I don't know, it's just, I think when you look at the early college stats, they're come up without each other. I mean, Magic was kind of thrust up after the championship and his personality. And then, but Kareem had invented the skyhook, because they banned the dunk.
They banned that's actually another thing. Banned the dunk in college just to try and stop him is insane.
And so when you invent a move like that, it's you have a different kind of dominance on your own, and I think that's an aspect of Kareem that makes him great. But I think the ability to share the wealth is also good, but I don't think that's possible without more than yourself. So I think that Kareem definitely beats out independence, but I think it was an unfortunate loss of Magic Johnson's
it's
prime.
kind of a what if question, because Magic, he could have really proved himself in years without Kareem, but he never got that opportunity.
Not much, no. He came back, but he was already late 30s. So
I think he might have been 36 or 37. It was a little too late.
Unfortunately.
All right, we're going to get into our final question here.
Oh, here it is.
The final question. All right.
If both players at their prime joined the league today, who is a more valuable player?
Okay.
Come on, man. If you don't say Kareem,
If we think about the league right now, back in Kareem and Magic's, it was the big man. But, if we're going to talk about Steph Curry redefining the landscape of basketball.
3-point era, yes.
So, I mean, Magic can't make a 3-pointer, but he can, he can get the ball out.
There's obviously way more space.
Yeah,
right?
so he can create more space if he had shooters with him. I guess there's also a what if. If he was on a team like the Warriors, he could get Steph the ball and create space for him that he already doesn't need, because he can shoot it from wherever he wants. But the space that Magic can create for those guards, even if he was on the Spurs or with the big men now, I don't think Kareem can shoot a 3-pointer as well as Jokic or Wemby.
Oh, I don't think Kareem could shoot 3-pointer at all.
Yeah, so
no.
Magic has the ability to get these guys the ball and give them space to shoot it. And I think that is what this league is kind of built around, is being able to do insane perimeter and super solid inside.
Yeah,
and I think Magic is tall enough to do both.
Look, here's the thing. Look at all the bums that are centers nowadays. And I go back to the bum that got traded from the Suns. Well, I don't even remember his name. Thank God he's on the. What's his name?
What was it, Yusuf Nurkic?
Yusuf Nurkic. Imagine Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being guarded by Yusuf Nurkic.
I think that's
yeah. Yusuf Nurkic is fouling out in the first quarter. Because we got bums everywhere, man. There's only going to be a few people that can actually guard him at the center position. Because I think that it's true. People now, you want centers who can shoot threes. Yeah. You want centers who aren't just taking their back to the basket. So people don't know how to defend them anymore.
Yeah, and not many people do the skyhook no more.
No,
you see it
it's a forgotten move.
You see it every once in a while. The commentator will say skyhook, and it's that's really just a hook shot.
They'll say a hook shot, and they're like, "Wow, that
skyhook!
That looked vintage." It's no,
it's not what a skyhook is. His arm goes straight up. His arm doesn't swing out.
Which I've seen Kareem talking about that. He's like, I don't know why more people don't just try it. It was unguardable for me.
If Wembanyama unlocked the skyhook,
let's just say if Wembanyama locked in and stopped. Look, it's flat. He's good that he can do
his ankles.
But imagine he just went that's all he practiced. Who is stopping that? Who is actually stopping?
Nobody. Oh
gosh, see, that would be, and it would be pretty, but you're talking about I want to score.
But what would Kareem do when he sees a 7-foot tall guy guarding him?
It would be okay. Wemby's the only guy who can stop him. Like Wemby might actually be able to block this guy for the unblockable shot.
Maybe. I think he might. He might.
Like if he catches, if he catches him right at the spot, you know what I mean. So like,
shit. I mean, I think.
But I do get what you're saying about Magic. I just think Kareem's ability, especially on defense, I don't think people are going to be able to. You'd have to stick a guy who can shoot a threes on him, but then that same guy is guarding him on the back end. So
that's twos every day, but it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, but I guarantee Yusuf Nurkic. I'm sorry, but I just thought about Yusuf Nurkic. Certified bum, by the way. Like that guy is horrible. He'll be out of the league soon.
That's why we got rid of him.
He used to be on the Suns. The Suns were actually garbage with him, and they finally locked in without him. Replaced him with like Dylan Brooks.
Ooh, Dylan Brooks and. Yeah, Nick Richards and Mark Williams. Mark Williams is
like everything Yusuf Nurkic wants to be.
Oh, Mark Williams is so good. Oh, but I don't know. I think that just opportunities. I think Kareem would definitely dominate in the paint, but those are twos and threes. You know, like Magic's giving threes to people, and I think that now every kid's practicing shooting threes. Like that's just the thing you do when you start.
Yeah, like I guarantee we're gonna see as the years go on. Like a lot more shooters, not as good as Steph Curry, but like you're gonna see even better and better and better. Like I saw one guy, like he's a rookie, he's shooting like 42%. I think he has like the most threes. You know what I'm talking about? It's like I think he had out of like a rookie the most threes throughout like this far of a season, like just ever. And he's shooting like 42%. So like I just think more of that is gonna show up. And if Magic draws that same attention, like. You know how much like gravity Curry has? Like I think that's the same gravity Magic has, and so then you're passing to like someone as a 3/4 as good shooting as Curry. You know.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean.
I think that's your good point that you. That's all Magic. You know.
I'm just imagining like Kareem versus like Yuki.
Yuki.
I'm imagining the accidental mismatch, and then it's like. That's like a foot and a half, man. Yeah. He's like 6'10".
Being that tall at point guard is just insane, bro.
I mean, oh, come on. He could put it over his head. He could do a little globetrotter action.
Yeah, he could literally just like dunk.
Ooh,
so yeah, he would have a lot of size advantage on today's point guards for sure, and even bigger than he already had.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right, I guess time to ask the age-old question. Does this conversation change your views?
I'll say no. All right. I'll say no. But you made some good points about the leader stuff. Like that, I think you're right. You probably did extend Kareem's game longer than it would have been.
Like longevity, I'll give you longevity, but that's because it's a precarious situation, you know. Because Magic not only loved to pass the ball, but he liked to pass himself around quite a bit. You know, he was sharing the love.
He was. He had just too much love. He had to just give it all out.
Give it all out, yeah. Consensually, of course, not like some fraudulent Laker. You know, another Laker who hands it out unconsensually.
Nothing. He was disclosed out of court. Nothing ever happens.
But I think you also made good points. I think that Kareem is definitely a top 10 player of all time. Maybe top 5. I think top 5 guaranteed.
Yeah, me too.
But I think every time you get in a serious conversation with someone who knows what they're talking about, right outside of 3 is always Magic and Bird. Or Duncan, I guess Duncan.
Yeah, I think Duncan. Duncan's in my top 5.
That's our.
He's
that's a bit.
That's a different. He's in my top 5. But so is Magic. So I mean,
I think Magic and Larry, they occupy like the same space for me. I think Magic and Larry are so similar, but also different, but also like they're. I don't know. It's hard to say one's better than the other. I mean, you could argue, but that's not again outside of the bounds of this episode.
Yeah.
So.
Different topic for different day.
I'm convinced that Kareem is a good player. I agree that Kareem.
You've probably been the most respectful basketball discussion that I've had. So
I think I agree that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar might be good at
basketball. Dude, I need you to sit with Seth Bum Carter and expose him. Get him arguing about Kobe since Seth thinks Kobe's number 2 all time.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that just disgusting?
That is. Yeah, I've heard that. He came to that conclusion after like a very he kind of got shook up a little.
His brain got. He was almost like brainwashed.
Yeah,
and now
there's some strings being pulled there.
Yeah, he's getting pulled like a marionette doll.
Sounds to me like he got the Mamba mentality.
The Mamba mentality.
He got a dose of something. But yeah, I think
honestly, bring you back on maybe for a Magic versus a Larry Bird episode with Seth.
Does Seth think Larry Bird's better?
Oh, he would.
He would.
I would fight for Magic to the grave.
I think he's better than Larry Bird.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I'll give him the nod.
I mean, like, he's a corner guy. Or whatever. He's a corner man. That's all he is.
Sit in the corner.
That's all he is. That's all he does, man.
Hey, but he trash talks. He says, look, I'm about to hit it right here. And then he hits it.
I mean, but I've never seen him take it to the basket, man. Except for that one clip that's like 280p. It's like,
He
he
dunked it.
He dunked
He dunked the basketball.
It's like the behind the head dunk. It's like, whatever. But I don't know. Other than that,
well,
Magic is easily on my top 5.
Easily, really? After this, or just?
Well, I think he was before, but solid placement now.
Yeah,
I think half your top 5.
If we're talking about, I think as I said that earlier, but he has the best rookie. Rookie.
Oh, what a phenomenal!
Imagine, that's like a dream scenario where you're like, you go and basically say, "Oh yeah, I'm the captain now." Like, captain's injured, I'm the captain. Like,
imagine if he never got AIDS.
Dude, he beats Larry in the college, right? And then he goes to the league and beats him in NBA. They'd be like, "Oh, well, he's not playing league ball." And he still beats him. He doesn't even have to play him. Well, I guess that you can call it fraudulent because he doesn't have to play him except for the regular season.
He got AIDS on purpose to avoid Larry Bird. That's why. He's the only reason he got AIDS. He was scared of Larry.
He was scared of Larry Bird. That's
half my top 5 is probably Lakers, but Lakers is the greatest basketball team of all time.
Yeah, okay, we're talking about Lakers versus Celtics. I don't care that the Celtics have one more championship. Yeah. Their first 11 were all fraudsters. Lakers won all of them in the hardest eras to win championships in.
I know, but I mean, when you hear about Bill Russell, he kind of earned that.
He earned it?
I think if you go into the history, I think
I'm not taking away.
I think Bill Russell.
I am taking away.
I think most of Bill Russell's fighting was not on the court. I feel like a lot of the stuff that he was due to the social, because it's the '60s. So this is. So I think that all of his championships were and what he did, first player coach. He won a championship while coaching his team. I think that's aura. I think that's the coolest thing ever.
Wait, he's the first player that won a championship?
He was the first African American coach in the NBA, and he coached his own team that he was on.
I actually didn't know that.
So he was hired by Red, who's the manager. He's the annoying dude who smokes the cigars and everything. But he was hired to coach the team while he was still playing. This was after championship.
Well, he's playing and coaching?
Yes. He's August, I'm starting, so you guys just, follow me. No, he was he was really, he was called a player coach because he would do both. He would coach and play.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah.
That's
history.
I got to do Bill Russell research. I've just always took a crap on him.
It's easy to say they're plumbers, and it's Jerry West, haha, logo. But it's definitely a fascinating, because socially, even people in Boston, he could win them 10 championships and they'd still kick him out of a restaurant because he was black.
Which that's insane.
Is the most insane, because he in interviews he's I never accepted Boston as my he was I'm a Celtic. I'm not the Boston people are not my people.
Yeah, I'm just a Celtic, not Boston.
I'm just a Celtic, and it was such an interesting. I think I have a respect for the Celtics organization, but at a certain point, Jason Tatum ruins the legacy.
Ruins the legacy.
I don't like Jason Tatum.
I've seen what LeBron came out and said. He's the fans in Boston are racist.
They might be. You got to look at the history.
I actually kind of like Jason Tatum.
Jason's.
We did it! Anything is possible!
He is tainting the legacy of the Celtics. And how could you beat. Everyone thought he was a star player for so long, and then Jaylen Brown wins everything without him. And Jason Tatum's gone, and Jaylen Brown all of a sudden is everything Jason Tatum that we wanted Jason Tatum to be.
I think he needs to just dust off all that hairspray.
I think he needs to
let the Kareem circle appear, because when Kareem rocked the bald spot, he started dominating. So I think
Jaylen Brown's got to let it go.
Yeah, instead of rubbing it on the other team.
Oh, that's disgusting. Didn't he rub it on his Suns player?
I don't know, but I think someone had a white jersey and it definitely just
because the guy was what the is this?
I would be
that Jaylen Brown stuff is disgusting. He's got to get that fixed. You say what you want about LeBron, he never let that happen. His hair might be fake, but it's not rubbing off on people.
That's a tattooed on. That's
it's never coming off.
But yeah.
But all right then.
Okay.
This has been another episode of We Don't Agree. Probably our most civil, and I mean, I think we got discussed the most. That was a good episode. So,
I think.
Thank you. Stay tuned in every other week. Regular podcast coming out. You have anything you want to plug?
And if you want, I'm a graphic designer, so I have an art account. Draw anything without the I, so it's DrawAntyng. All right, TH.
I'll put it in a post.
NG. THNG, no Y. Yeah, put it right here.
Put it in post. We'll link that in the description.
Put it right here.
Yes.
Right here. And then follow me. I'll try to post more consistently on there now that I'm back in school.
And check him out. He's good at it.
And I know ball, so.
Yeah, and he's doing good at both. That's almost unheard of.
I know ball.
All right, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.